Hello, excuse me. Hello, YouTube. Merry Christmas. It's BirdOPrey5, and apparently I messed up my intro by replacing it with the super secret animation supplied by Anti-Tracker and his son Joshua, which you guys will get to see a little later when I need to take a break. Can you hear me? Hello, Thomas. Very epic music. You dare stream so close to my nap time. I'm sorry, Darth. AT beat me unsubbing. AT had a little bit of an unfair advantage today. I will grant him that. But you can't hear? Good now. Okay, I did make some changes to my microphone that were hopefully designed to cut down some of the background noise you might have been hearing. It did lower the volume slightly when I tested it, but to me it seemed okay. As long as you guys are giving it the okay, I'll keep it as is. Loud and clear. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Darth. So, as I said, Anti-Tracker and Joshua did supply me with a very funny, very interesting animation. It's about 2 minutes long. It's not a super chat since I don't do super chats. Yeah, it may be on Anti-Tracker's channel. We'll see tomorrow, I guess. But for me, it will be used when I have to, and I need a couple of minutes to get myself resettled, we'll say, do my business. But today is about Christmas, and we're not going to talk about the wall. We're not going to talk about politics if we can avoid it, though if you have questions, I will answer. Some people wanted to hear my singing voice, even though I have no singing voice. That said, money talks, guys. Money talks. I'm not going to do this a lot, but for today, for Christmas, if you want, I'm offering a deal. There is a link to my PayPal in the description for $5, a small $5 donation. I will sing any classic Christmas song, Frank Sinatra, Rat Pack song, or even classic, right up through, say, nothing more, nothing beyond Star Trek Enterprise, but up to and including Star Trek Enterprise themes for $5. For $10, I will sing any other song, not including explicit lyrics. I do reserve the right to skip the song if I feel that it's just not appropriate, but generally any song that I can find the lyrics to online. And I'm going to warn you, it is not going to be good. Yeah, there's not going to be any other background music. It's going to be me singing the vocals, and if it's a song I've never heard before, which it very likely is if it's not a classic Christmas song, Frank Sinatra song, or old TV theme, it's likely to be even worse than not good. But whatever. Now, I am going to throw in a freebie. There is one there's several Christmas songs I enjoy. I mean, actually, there's more than a several. There's quite a few. But there is one Christmas song that I like. It's my favorite Christmas song. It has a good, positive message. And I figured we will start off with that to start off the holiday season. And you will actually see just how bad my singing voice is. So nobody should be scammed into giving me money. You will have some idea over how it will go. And if nobody wants to give me money to sing anything, that is fine too. I'd be perfectly happy picking up our conversations on conspiracies, on UFOs, on, we could do the Men in Black trailer. I saw it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I do see I see some issues, but it's too little to know what the movie's going to really be. But we could talk about that. We could talk about... I don't care. I'll talk about anything. I mean, I'll talk about... Well, I won't talk about certain people. Let's leave the mothers out of it, okay? But if you want to bring up Anti-Tracker, you want to bring up Doomcock, you want to bring up Captain Foley, we can talk about them. We can talk. That said, let me check the comments real quick before we get to my song. It's like everybody talking today has a wrench, because all I see is Blue and Thomas. Sorry, Thomas. Anti-Tracker was just confirming he was first in case anybody had any doubts. Very epic music. Yes, it was a Star Trek inspired music I got from one of those sites that lets you buy quality music. I don't know if it's the same one you mentioned, but it would be similar. Darth, I already went over that one. It's near his nap time. Darth says, yeah, Anti-Tracker, why did you beat Thomas with a bat? You evil, evil man. I saw a split second of a head in a jar. Yeah, I hit the intro button, but I realized I duplicated the intro scene to make the scene with your video, and apparently I must have linked the two the two video files, because when I went to play intro, it played your video instead, which means that I'll have to fix the intro. I have no intro for this show. The BirdOPrey5's production. Yeah, we skipped it. We lost it this time. It'll be back next time. Yes, we can hear you, ma'am, loud and clear. Really? Really, Darth? Your head looks weird with that hat on it. It scared me. Well, I'm trying to be in the festive Christmas spirit, Darth. You know. We can't all be Santa Claus. Can't all be Anti-Tracker with tons and tons of extra hair. I mean, with that much hair, you have to wonder. I mean, I've only seen women with hair like that, so I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but I'm thinking it. Darth, when you have a date with the Vacky, your electric girlfriend, and her magic nose. No. Weren't you supposed to report about Bigfoot in Portland? Yes, Thomas, that is coming soon after the last hiccup where I falsely reported a certain social media company. I thought blocking a certain web page or deleting a certain page. I'm re-questioning my investigative journalism credentials, and it's going to take a little longer to get that report, but it is coming. Money talks equals schizophrenia? You're just the anti-tracker says you're just a tip jar, unsubbed. I'm the only true tip jar. Okay. Anti-tracker says you are the tip jar he has. Oh, Darth Raven says at anti-tracker, you are the tip jar, he has the cash vacuum. Yeah, the vacuum just sucks up cash as well as it sucks up anything else. Thomas Potts says Men in Black International looks good. AT, you should watch the trailer. Highly suspecting that he already knows Anti-Tracker watched the trailer. Darth says, what conspiracies did I miss? God damn it, bloody iron levels and depression making me sleep all the time. Grr. Check PayPal, please, says Thomas Potts. Thank you, Thomas. I will check PayPal in 1 or 2 quick minutes. Real minutes, not Bird of Prey minutes. I want to bring up Anti-Tracker Grows. This might not be Anti-Tracker, lol. Okay. Hey, Derek. Good to see you, Derek. Hope all is good with me. Hope all is good with you. This is a Christmas stream. Captain George, good to see you. Kapla. Is it okay to misreport Bigfoot? People have a career out of it. It's okay to misreport Bigfoot. People have a career out of it. I know, and it's upsetting. It's upsetting all the fake news around Bigfoots and UFOs that get the legit reportings. People just lose faith. Anti-Trigger says, wait, Captain George shows up here? Yeah, Captain George, shouldn't you be on Anti-Tracker's stream a little more often? Okay, I am going to check PayPal real quick, and then I'm going to get to my song, and then I will get back to comments. So, let's see. Obviously, I'm not going to put my PayPal on the screen, but I will check it off screen. No, why? I just want to go to my account, PayPal. You can stop spamming me. Oh boy. Okay, well, it would seem I have the first request from Thomas Potts, and then I have a request from Anti-Tracker. So, you know what? Let me look at what these requests are, if there's anything in the notes. Okay, Thomas, I don't see your song request in the notes, but I guess you will put it into the comment section, and I will get to it once I'm done with my song. And Anti-Tracker, I'm also not seeing. Oh, Enterprise theme. Okay. Well, I was waiting for that one. Okay, so yes, the Enterprise theme will be the third song. Close that. Close that. Okay. Okay, everybody. I will be going to my other browser where I have the lyrics up. The song is Someday at Christmas, as sung by Stevie Wonder, although other people have sung it for sure, but that's the one I listen to. I am no Stevie Wonder. I am not even a Lore Reloaded. That said, if you guys want to hear it, I'm willing to sing it. And I assume you might know how it goes, but there's music and all that stuff, so here goes. Oh boy. Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys, playing with bombs like kids play with toys. One warm December our hearts will see a world where men are free. Someday at Christmas there'll be no wars, when we have learned what Christmas is for, when we have found what life's really worth, there'll be peace on earth. Someday all our dreams will come to be, someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas we'll see a land with no hungry children, no empty hand. One happy morning people will share, a world where people care. Someday at Christmas there'll be no tears, when all men are equal and no men have fears. One shining moment, one prayer away from our world today. Someday all our dreams will come to be, someday in a world where people are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas man will not fail, hate will be gone and love will prevail. Someday a new world that we can start, with hope in every heart. Someday all our dreams will come to be, someday in a world where people are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas time. And I hear the invisible clapping. I will now go back to the chat, where I will assume everybody is clapping. Okay, let's go back. Derek says he's still on World of Tanks. Thomas Potts retracted a message, and then he says, Jingle Bell Rock, please. Derek says, use your BirdOPrey 5 minutes. Thomas says, wait, Laura isn't singing, he's unsubbing. Anti-Tracker says, and at this moment, BirdOPrey5 has ended the potential for ever running for public office. Anti-Tracker, that is a beautiful song. It is probably one of the most progressive and world peace Nobody can be against the ideals of that song. Okay? And I think that, if I ever did run for office, I would put that in the TV commercial, because that is how it. Listen, it's not my fault. I wasn't born with a great voice, but it's the heart. It's the heart that matters. It's the sentiment, and I don't know if it came through, but I liked it. Notice how he goes into a Shatner-esque spoken word version every now and then. Well, honestly, I've listened to this song 100+ times, and there was a paragraph, a stanza in there that I honestly don't remember. And really, I think most of the time it would said men, even though the lyrics was saying people. But I once I realized it was saying people, I read it as people. But anyway, I'd have to listen to Stevie Wonder's version again. I'm not quite sure that was the exact lyrics he sings, but I was happy with it. Anti-Tracker, yes, it's a beautiful song. Not talking about the quality of writing of the song. ... Okay. Understood. So, Jingle Bell Rock is next up, I believe, from Thomas Potts. That's what it is. You know what, Thomas? I'm going to go look for, yes, Jingle Bell Rock. Give me a quick second to bring up Jingle Bell Rock. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't heard Jingle Bell Rock nearly as often as Someday at Christmas, but we'll assume it's well, I will do my best, Thomas. That's all I can promise, right? We will do our best. Okay. So, let's get ready for Jingle Bell Rock. Oh boy. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up Brussels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding on a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle round the clock, mix and a mingle in the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock, mix and a mingle and a jingle in the feet. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Whoa. Oh, I impressed myself with that one. I have to say. I impressed myself. I don't remember this song being 23 minutes long. Seriously? 23 minutes? That didn't take me 23 minutes. What did it take me? 3 minutes to sing that? Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Anti-Tracker. Okay, so I'm going to give my voice a second if there's a comment or anything, and then I will, in the meantime, let me get Enterprise lyrics up for Anti-Trackers. Star Trek Enterprise lyrics. Okay, now this one is not particularly long, but oh, it brings back all the memories, because I really enjoy this song, especially the fact that the version played on Enterprise is a little shorter than the full song. Okay, so it is queued up. I will go back to check the comments real quick. Ha ha ha, Anti-Tracker. If you have trouble finding it, try looking for Star Trek. Yes, I had no problem finding it. Okay, I type it out correctly, even if I pronunciate it with an A. Now let's see, how many people have I scared away so far in this stream? 6. So only one person so far that I know of has left. I saw 7 at one point. Okay. So I guess we're going to the Enterprise theme. Not very Christmassy, but I like it. Gotta let the vocal cords get that deep oxygen. It's a technique all the best singers in the world, they all do these breathing exercises before going on stage, I'm told. Usually their breathing exercise involves holding one nostril and like getting their face really close to like talcum powder or something. They claim it helps them. I don't know. They just seem weird to me, but if snorting white powder helps you, I don't know. None for me though, thank you. I don't even know the name of this song. Does this song have a name? Star Trek Enterprise theme song lyrics. I know this is like from a different song, I think. Okay, well, Star Trek Enterprise theme song lyrics. I have no idea how this is going to come out. Oh, the holodeck is already fumbling out. Okay. It's been a long road. No, that was bad. That was awful. You gotta restart. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally here. Okay, my phone made a noise in the middle of that. I'm gonna start over because I know Anti-Trekker's probably gonna record this, and he should have a decent copy for his private collection. So, okay. Sorry about that. 3, 2, 1. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally here. And I will see my dreams come alive at night. I will touch the sky, and they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind. 'Cause I've got faith of the heart. I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul, and no one's gonna bend nor break me. I can reach any star. I've got faith. I've got faith. Faith of the heart. Oh, wow. That was not good. No clapping from anyone for that rendition. I hesitate to see what the comments are. A lol. Thomas Potts, I was thinking I will make an album of the interweb's greatest hits. A couple of songs from Lore, a couple from Bird of Prey, etc. Thomas Potts says, so you're one of the best singers? Anti-Tracker, Faith of the Heart, that's the song's name. And he's saying bravo, and Thomas Potts is actually clapping. I think you guys are being too nice, because I hear that song quite often, and there is no way I did it the slightest bit of justice. I might have to try it again. There's something I'm missing. There's something I am missing. If I listen to it, maybe it will. Now I can't listen to it for very long, but just that first line.
Getting from there to here, it's been a long road. Getting from there to here.
Okay, maybe that'll give me. Take 2 or 3. Take 3. 1, 2. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally here. And I will see my dreams come alive at night. I will touch the sky, and they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind. 'Cause I've got faith of the heart. I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul, and no one's gonna bend nor break me. I can reach any star. I've got faith. I've got faith. Faith of the heart. Yeah. Not much better. Not much better. Anti-Tracker says, actually, it's about your heart. You could feel it. Well, thank you. It's better than what I could do, Thomas Potts says. Well, maybe you just haven't tried. AT has been DMCA. Oh. Captain George says AT got DMCA'd for a live stream that is not his own. Yeah, that's an amazing sweeping change for YouTube policy. But you know what? As long as it wasn't me, I'm not going to argue. Thomas Potts says I should have had him sing "O Tannenbaum." Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure if I'm pronouncing Tannenbaum right. I've heard it maybe once, or Tannenbaum, "O Tannenbaum." But you could feel the sincerity. I can tell the song is meaning to you. It honestly does. It does. Sure, you could stand to take a few lessons. You know, when I was in school, and I tried out for whatever they called it, the Glee Club or something, and the music teacher said no. Said no, you're a lost cause, basically. You can't hear your pitch, and thank you, but no thank you. You're not going to be in the Glee Club. And that was elementary school, so it's not like they were expecting, a master or something at that point. Even elementary school Glee Club was a no-go for me, and or was it junior high? Either way, I don't think I got in. No, it was elementary and junior high. Neither one liked. And it was true, because I'm not. You hear some natural singers, and they are far, far better. Of course, slow it down a bit, add some music. Oh, wait, I already did that. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha. Well, guys, is there anything else you want to talk about on this Eve before Christmas? Eve? If anyone is interested, Zethon, the guy who has been visiting Anti-Tracker's live chats for the last few days, one of my friends, he had been a guy online that I met for the first time in person just a few days ago, and I was watching Anti-Tracker when he came in, so he watched a bit too, and now he shows up for the morning streams, and he was watching your stream today, Anti-Tracker. In fact, I think you and him talked a bit about Teslas. But he wanted me to extend the invitation to Anti-Tracker and anyone else around and now I know this is a tough time, at 6 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. He has a tradition, and I've been part of it for several years now, where we all get together. There's a site online. I forget the URL, but I could get it. And we watch a Christmas movie every year. So last year we watched Die Hard. So this year at 6 a.m. we're going to watch Die Hard 2. And this is streamed. It's streamed online, and it's synced to all of our computers. Obviously, you should only be watching the stream if you have a copy of Die Hard 2 yourself or have other right to watch it. But there's nobody that's going to check it. You don't need it on your computer. It just works. So if anyone is interested in a 6 a.m. Eastern viewing party of Die Hard 2, you are all welcome to come. Let me get that URL for you. It would help if I was in the right window. That is not it. Yeah. That is the error. Try again. Oh, maybe YouTube does not like this domain name. This must be one of the bad domains by YouTube. Yeah, they're not letting me put it in. We'll figure out a way to get it. Thomas Potts says, are you suggesting we break the law? No, Thomas, I am not suggesting you break the law. That's why I'm saying, assuming you have a copy of Die Hard 2, as I do, I have all the Die Hards, even the progressively crappier ones, then you are more than welcome to join. If you do not have Die Hard 2, or you don't have access to a streaming service or a premium cable channel that would give you the rights to watch Die Hard 2, then it is your own responsibility as a person of good morals to not watch the stream. Anti-Tracker, I'm going to head to lunch for an hour. I was hoping to see the premiere of your break video. You know what, Anti-Tracker? Just for you, I will play that video even though I don't actually need to take a break. So get ready, guys, and all thanks to Anti-Tracker and I assume Joshua. So here we go. I am muting the mic so it doesn't interfere with the sound. Yeah, couple of good old boys, never meaning no harm. Just something, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Making their way the only way they know how.
That's just a little bit more than the law would allow. Turd is the word. Turd. I honestly, I'm not 100% sure how the song goes. That's the best I could get. I probably shouldn't have said that much. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently my jar refills itself. That must be how it works. I guess that's not quite canon in Futurama, but you know, we don't know how those jars stay full. You would think they evaporate after a while. Mega chat number 6. You know, that's your call, Anti-Tracker. I thought the holiday video was going out, so it would take the place of the holiday mega chat, but it's your call. I mean, you could mega chat it all you want. I mean, I personally think it's probably worthy of like a super mega chat, so it should be like a $20 chat. But you know, that's up to you. It's up to you. Maybe an Uber chat. No, Uber chat is cheaper than mega chat. Take care, Anti-Tracker. Say hello to Mrs. Anti-Tracker. Kapla. And now that you're gone, we can finally talk about you, as I know everybody else has been waiting patiently to do. Okay, guys, is there anything else you want to talk about? Maybe I should do Derek is back. He had to get a wee bottle of Bushmills. Well, thanks for coming back, Derek. Thomas Potts, why don't you want everyone to request it? So I think I'm going to do is scare the rest of you kind people away with one more song, a freebie. I was joking about it being a $20 chat, super chat, Thomas. I just think that because it's based on me, it's worth more. But obviously it's free on this channel, so it would be kind of ridiculous to charge $20 for it. But he could charge anything he wants. I was seriously joking about it needing to be its own thing. Okay, I would like to sing a Sinatra song. Just so many to choose from. Well, that one's a duet. I don't want to do that one. Clouds is kind of complicated. I got it. I got it. If you hear water in the background, don't mind it. It's not me, it's just the sink. Wow, there's a lot more words to this song than I remember. Okay, checking chat one more time. New York. I'm in New York, Thomas. I don't know what the question is. Oh, New York as the Sinatra song. I could do New York as the Sinatra song. Let me check those lyrics. I had one picked out, but yeah, why don't we do New York? That is that makes sense since I am from New York, the Big Apple. And clearly will not be in any way insulting to the fine people of this city. Okay, here goes. New York, New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. If I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York. I'll give myself a 6 out of 10 of the Bird of Prey singing scale. Now, granted, a 10 on the Bird of Prey scale is maybe a 2 for your average singer, but handicapped down to my level, I think I got at least half the song in decent key. Why do they call New York the Big Apple? Well, Derek, that's because when the Dutch first arrived here in the early 1600s, there was a form of giant apple tree that was native to the island of Manhattan. The apples weighed literally 40 to 50 pounds, and they would fall and crush people. The natives feared them. They called them devil fruit. And the settlers said, "Hey, these are good eating," and they cut down all the trees. They ate all the fruit, and the trees died off. So now it's just a myth. There's no more big apples. In fact, any New York historian will probably tell you that that's a damn lie, and that they never existed. But I know the truth. Now you know the truth, and it's out there, right? And they can't censor this. The truth is out there. The Big Apples were killing the natives until the Dutch came and they ate them all. That's how the Big Apple got its name. True story. Why are you looking at me like that? My mother is looking at me like I might be crazy. Yeah. She didn't know. I guess she didn't know the story. Now she knows. Derek says, I passed through New York when I was 16. 31 years ago. Wow, Derek, if my math is right, that puts you at 47. Yes, 47. Good for you. Did you like it when you were here? Alex Leese. Hey, Alex. Good to see you. Hey, Bird of Prey. Just recorded the last part of my next sortie vid. Nice rendition of New York, by the way. Thank you, Alex. If you just got here, there are several other songs I sang earlier you may or may not want to listen to. I started off with Someday at Christmas Time. Then Thomas Potts paid me $5 to sing Jingle Bells, Jingle Bell Rock. And Anti-Tracker paid me $5 to sing the Enterprise theme. And then I went ahead and did New York, just for the hell of it. Because it is BirdOPrey5's Swingin Christmas stream. That was good. That was the best one, says Thomas. Or was he talking about Highlander? I skipped. Thomas Potts says, I've been to a Yankee game. Tickets almost tripled our team tickets. Yeah, it's not cheap. It is not cheap here. Alex says, I always liked the version in Highlander. Thomas Potts says, that was good, the best one. Okay, so he meant the Highlander one. That's fine. Bird of Prey. Have you heard the song Bird of Prey by Uriah Heep? It's awesome. No, I have not, Alex. I don't know that song. I will admit my musical experience, the depth of my music, popular music, is actually quite small. If it's not Frank Sinatra, Billy Joel, Lou Bega, Rat Pack, and you know, classics like 1950s, 1960s, 70s song, then I probably don't know it. Certainly nothing really after 1990, with a couple of minor exceptions because my old company sponsored some bands. So like Drowning Pool, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. That one I know. That's kind of a standout because it's not with the normal songs I would normally sing or listen to, but that particular one I do like. Derek said he was unaware of that. If the Big Apple thing, then I'm not sure. Derek says, "Yep, getting old now. It was an impressive place." Well, 31 years ago, New York would have been a dump, I'll be honest. It would have been a shithole. So, I'm not saying it's not a dump now, but it is much less of a dump than it was. So you might actually like it better if you came back. Derek, my adding, manage when I do this, the background blinks out. Derek says, my abiding memory is of watching the skyscrapers getting bigger as the plane got lower. Yes, I used to love watching, having a window seat flying into New York City. I used to travel a lot, and in my younger days I would always go for the window seat because that scene, especially at night, as you come in over New Jersey, the lights get more dense and dense, and finally you're over Manhattan. You have lights everywhere. The Long Island, the lights just stretch to the horizon now. And then we would come around my old neighborhood, because I grew up in Canarsie, which is literally in the flight path for JFK Airport. In fact, we'd come in usually in a flight path that I would get to see my grandmother's house, then the house where I grew up in, the Belt Parkway, which was the main highway I used, or my family used, for the first 20 years of my life, and then we'd swing around and land at JFK, and yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful views. Oh, you did mean my singing. Well, thank you, Thomas. Thank you. I mean, this is Swingin' Christmas, so you know what? I think we're going to do a Frank Sinatra Christmas song next, because that's like double good. It's 1971, the song, so it might be a bit modern for me. Flying out of Vegas at night looks great. That's also true, Thomas. Luxor has their beam going up. The Strip is beautiful. And then just that dark abyss that surrounds the valley. Of course, there's lights in the distance, but yeah. The problem with Vegas for me was all the turbulence. More times than not, flying into or out of Vegas, we hit a lot of turbulence. In fact, One time I was on the plane with a few friends, but none of us had seats together. And I was sitting in an aisle seat, and there were two unaccompanied children next to me. No relation to me, like a brother and sister, maybe 10 and 8 years old or something. And they were sitting in the two seats next to me, and the turbulence hit hard. I mean, hit hard. Even the flight attendants were asked to sit down by the pilot, and when the flight attendants sit down, you know it's serious. Um, and I felt so bad because, like, the kids were a little nervous, and they had asked me before we started flying, like, have you flown before? I'm like, yes, yes. I don't know if it was their first flight. I hope it wasn't. I can't imagine a parent putting them on the plane for the first time alone, but you never know. Anyway, I was like, yeah, I fly all the time. You know, don't worry about it. It's it's all good. And then we have started shaking so much that I am holding on to both handrails rests, and my fingers are probably so hard. The kids are starting to look at me and panic, and like, is everything okay? Are we gonna be okay? I'm like, yeah, we're good. But I won't even turn my head because to look at them because I'm just so freaked out. I'm like screaming on the inside. I can't imagine what I did to those poor kids. But it was scary. It was scary. I've had some rough experience on planes. When I was a kid, we were flying back from Puerto Rico, and the plane hit an air pocket um, over the Bermuda Triangle. But you know that didn't matter at the time. An air pocket, if you don't know what that is just a section of atmosphere where I guess the air is literally either like blowing down or almost non existent. So the plane has no lift. All of a sudden, the plane is just flying, might be a little bit bumpy, and then all of a sudden, the plane falls down. They said we dropped 3,000 feet in a couple of seconds. Whatever, maybe 5 seconds or something. So it's literal weightlessness in the cabin. You are in literal free fall for that time. Everything that was out, and this was 1980s, so understand there was still smoking on planes. There was still a smoking section. Nobody was wearing their seatbelt because it was like cars. Only idiots, only weirdos wore seatbelts in the 80s. So like when you're in flight, nobody had their seatbelt on. Only had it on for takeoff and landing. It's only because they made you. And like people literally it was a big plane. It was a wide body plane. It wasn't a 3 and 3. It was had two different aisles and a center section. I don't know what it was. Maybe like a 767 or something. But people and food and trays and luggage just go, like the plane goes down and everything else goes up, hovers for a second. Some people are smacking their heads on the ceiling of the plane, and then boof, right down, right back down. I mean, it was an overnight flight, so half the people were asleep. There were people sleeping across like 3 empty seats because it wasn't a very busy flight. I was strapped in because, you know, mom, overprotective mom, made sure that me and my sister were strapped in. So we really, other than the freak out of that sensation of falling, didn't get hurt at all, thankfully. But, the plane was a mess. Everybody was freaked out. The captain came on and apologized, but he's like, yeah, that's just air pocket. It happens. Nothing you could do about it. But we were okay. And we continued on another 2 hours plus to land back in New York that night, without any further incident. But man, it was scary. Thomas says he was too young to gamble. He went to the Trek experience. I was at the Star Trek, the experience. I went there too, before, a couple of years before it closed down. I really liked Vegas. Vegas is one of the places I went to several times before I got sick, and it was definitely one of my favorite places to go. And I wasn't a big gambler, but I liked just being there. I liked the architecture. I went to the Hoover Dam a couple of times. We went out to the desert with friends, and we did 4x4s in the desert. When I went for my 30th birthday, we had family and friends there. We would see shows. I didn't go to any of the big shows. I went to smaller shows like the Rat Pack Lives or something, which was in this like small, cheap casino somewhere. But a lot of stories from Vegas. It was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend people go there. Don't waste your money on gambling unless you're really into that sort of thing. But there is so much more to do there than gamble. Derek says, I had a real rough landing at Belfast International once. We caught the plane as the back wheels landed and bounced it back down for a 2-wheel landing. Good fun. Oof. Landing is the scariest time. Were you flying past the Lost Island? Well, I don't know, because, they try to say the Lost Island is in the Pacific somewhere, and this was the Atlantic. But I don't think the Lost writers really knew anything about where the show was going or anything. I actually had my own theory for Lost, and I will tell you to this day, I thought I had it figured out about season 5. And I think my theory on Lost would have been far, far superior to what they ended up with. So, spoilers ahead if you've never seen Lost and you intend to. Here was my thought. And understand I've probably forgot half of the details because it's been so long. But we knew the island was special. It had some weird properties. I surmised that whether it was technology or just a natural, some type of natural phenomenon, that time on the island basically passed far, far slower than it did on the mainland, everywhere else in the world. Like the island was in some sort of time dilation bubble. Yeah, BirdOPrey 5 minutes. But no, that the island naturally, time was almost stopped. Perhaps perhaps even going backwards. And that phenomenon is what allowed people who landed on the island, adults, to more or less be cured of whatever was afflicting them. Like John Locke, who was in a wheelchair and then he was able to walk. And some of the other people had issues and they all ended up getting better. I think that you could argue that, like, time and the body aren't as independent or dependent as we make them, and that if time was different, our bodies would have some better way of dealing with illness, say, that our immune system could have a better job because time was going slower. It could kill cancer, it could repair nerves, it could do a lot more than it could in the normal world. So, but because of that, you really couldn't have a baby on the island because the baby wouldn't grow and wouldn't develop. And if you were pregnant, it was very dangerous. And that's why, if you remember in the early seasons of Lost, the others kidnapped Claire, who was pregnant, and they were giving her some type of shots. Now, in my theory, they developed a sort of like a vaccine, a medication that counter affected the slowness of time on the island. So they'd give these shots to pregnant women so that time passed more normally for them and their babies could develop and be born. And that in theory they would continue giving shots to children until they reached adulthood. And then at that point, they would stop giving it to them so they would more or less stop aging. And that was what I believed it was all about, that the government or a research company, whatever, knew about the time effects, and they were using it to test like drug advances and stuff, and pharmaceuticals, and test experiments with animals, and kind of like the control group would be getting those injections so time would pass normally for them, for within their bodies, and the people not getting the injections were kind of the groups that were being subjected to the time dilation, or whatever you want to call it. So I think still to this day that would have been a better explanation than the BS we got for an ending. I loved Lost from season 1 through, I don't know, the season before the final season. Even up to the last couple episodes. But it got clearer and clearer. These people had no clue how to end the series. They had no plan from the beginning. They had no idea what those numbers were supposed to mean, or why there was a hatch, or why Desmond was there. They didn't have any plans, and they thought they could just make it up as they went along. And maybe they did, but it sucked, and it ruined, and it hurt, and it really, it made me very, very weary of ever putting so much faith into a TV show again, because I mean, they were just lying bastards too. They flat out lied about so much stuff and Lost. Small rant. Sorry. Thomas Potts says the island moves. I can see the Atlantic from my bedroom window. Next stop, the United States, says Derek. The island was obviously out of time. Same place as Jurassic Park, by the way. Thomas Potts says he did enjoy the finale. Wow. I thought it was interesting how the series started with Jack opening his eye and ended with him closing them. Did it not bother you, Thomas, that the producers told us that the characters were not dead and they were not in any type of like purgatory or afterlife over and over and over again, and then it turned out at the end that they were dead? Did that did not bother you? Because it bothered me. Lost Riders now on STD. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. The island was real. Well, they really filmed it on an island. I think they filmed it in Hawaii. Probably on several islands. But, yeah. Well, let's get one more swinging Christmas song in. Jack's father said everything he experienced was real. Well, how does he experience... Well, again, what's real? Because obviously it's real, they're characters, but that means, okay, the afterlife is real, so fine, but that, people early on all called it and said they're dead. They're dead, and it turned out they were dead. That's... And yet somehow, despite being dead, people were able to go back. Michael and his son got off the island. Walt got off the island. The others used to go back and forth somehow. They all waited for Hurley at the end. Even though Hurley spent 3,000 years guarding the island. Hurley was my favorite character. By far. Well, they survived the crash, but then what? They died on the island? I say purgatory just as meaning it's not heaven, it's not hell. It's just some place you go in after you die. It's not, I know purgatory, religious-wise, is really like a place you kind of get punished to make up for your sins. So it's not a pleasant experience being in purgatory, but unlike hell, you will eventually leave purgatory and get to heaven. So, yeah. But for my purposes, any just afterlife that's not heaven and not hell, I'll call purgatory. They never said what the place was called. I will grant you that. Like I said, I'm not saying it was actual purgatory, but it was a purgatory-like place. Certainly, it would have been close enough. Certainly would have been close enough. for them to. Well, I mean, grant you, they don't want to give it up, but they honestly didn't know how the show was going to end at season 2 when people were asking them. So they should have just been honest that we don't know, or we don't want to talk about it because we don't want to ruin any surprises. But what the fuck? Excuse me while I fix that. Okay. They don't want to ruin any surprises. I get that, but they just flat out lie. I didn't like it. Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more song here. We're going to do White Christmas as Frank Sinatra sung it. I am sure many people sung it, but Google is telling me this is the lyrics to the Frank Sinatra version of White Christmas, or I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. So here goes. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May all your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. And may all your Christmases be white. All your Christmases be white. And may all your Christmases be white. And may all your Christmases be white. And your Christmases be white. And your Christmases be white. Wow. That was awful. I don't even think those are the right lyrics. It sounds so much better when he sings it. I mean, I was basically the same stanza 3 times in a row. God damn it. I don't want to go off on a crappy song. Oh, I've got one. I've got one. Okay. White Christmas, is that racist? You know, it felt like YouTube was probably going to take me down for saying white so many times. After the stream, please watch a link I sent on your Discord. I will, Thomas, I will. Especially if it's Lost related. Because I'm interested. Derek says, cool stream. Thanks, BoP5. See you soon. I guess you're out. Zethon, that was awesome. I'm not going to read the rest. Thomas Potts, that's a lot of your Christmases be white, you know? Yeah, I'm telling you, those lyrics were wrong. But if you Google Frank Sinatra White Christmas lyrics, I read it word for word. Zethon, White Power Christmas. No, Zethon. Not White Power Christmas. Just White Christmas. Meaning snow. Okay, well, I couldn't end on such a train wreck there. So you guys are gonna get one last, and I think this will be interesting song. I don't know how well known this song is outside of us New Yorkers, but if you've never heard it before, it is called Dominic the Donkey, the Italian Christmas donkey. And you're in for a treat. And no, it has nothing to do with white power. Okay, because Italians aren't even white, to be technical. But, and don't anyone tell Anti-Tracker about this, because he's gonna put this one up if he hears it. But you can tell other people if you want. Thomas says he's heard it before. Okay, so then you will understand if I'm not doing a good job. And I got a message here from somebody that says probably something I shouldn't repeat. I don't know whether I should be insulted or not to the person who sent that to me, but okay. Good to know. It's funny that, well, it's not funny. Without further ado, Dominic the Donkey. I don't even know if I can get these pronunciations right. Hey, chingity ching, ching ching, hee ha, hee ha. It's Dominic the Donkey, chingity ching, ching ching, ha ha, hee ha. The Italian Christmas donkey. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la la da. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic, the cutest little donkey, you never see him kick. When Santa visits his paisans with Dominic, he'll be, because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, chiggity ching, hee haw, it's Dominic the donkey, chiggity ching, hee haw, the Italian Christmas donkey. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la he da. Jingle bells around his feet and presents on the sled. Hey, look at the mayor's derby on top of Dominic's head. A pair of shoes for Louie and a dress for Josephine. The label on the inside says they're made in Brooklyn. Hey, chiggity ching, hee haw, it's Dominic the donkey. Chiggity ching, hee haw, the Italian Christmas donkey. La la la, la 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 la, la la-da-dee-da. Children sing and clap their hands, and Dominic starts to dance. I talk Italian to him, and he even understands. Goombras and Goombaras, he danced the Jubilee when Zelogia comes to town and brings ooh cha-cha-cha-lee. Hey, chickadee-ching, hee-haw, it's Dominic the Dunkity. Chickadee-ching, hee-haw, the Italian Christmas donkey. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, liada. Hey, Dominic, Punta Natale, hee-haw, 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 hee-haw. Like I said, I do not speak Italian well. I don't even know what that word. I've heard the song. I did not know there was any words that start with a Z in the song. Zeppo. What? Zamboni? No, it's not Zamboni. It's Zeppagola or something. Almost like some sort of Zeppeli, but not a Zeppeli. I don't know. So, yeah, that's the Italian Christmas donkey. All Italians listen to that song all the time. Zethon asks, how much do I have to pay to make sure Joe doesn't sing anymore? Thomas says, wonderful. Ghost hand. Zethon, well, I know you drive a fancy Tesla, so why don't you say PayPal me $25 right now, and I'll stop singing. But that one, you know what? That one got me excited. I think we're gonna do one more song, unless Zethon gets his money. $25 USD equals how much A and B rep? There's not enough reputation on A and B. I know nobody else knows what I'm talking about, but there's not enough rep on A and B that to equal $25 USD. You put it in the PayPal account. Otherwise, get ready to hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. I nailed that one. That was a easy 8 out of 10 on the Bird of Prey singing score. Thomas Potts, I hope AT watches. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. You know, that one now I kind of feel amped up, like I could sing something better. Let's see. This is going to be the Christmas album. If you guys, this will be up. You guys can play this for your holiday parties. Maybe I'll re-edit it so you just hear me singing, and I'll cut out like the talk about Lost and stuff, so you don't have to hear that while you're sitting down to Christmas dinner. But this could be the new hit album of the year. Too bad I can't play the music behind it. But that's the life we live. Okay, so wow, this is a pretty short song. I'm wondering if these are the right lyrics, but I will assume they are, and if they're not, we'll find out as I sing them. The next song is going to be Sleigh Ride. And a 1 and a 2. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you-hoo. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go, let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along in a song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy, comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together, two birds of a feather, like a feather would be. Let's take a road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. I'm guessing they probably sing it twice, but that's what's here. Yeah, I think that went pretty decent. I'll give it a 7. A 7 out of 10. Okay, well that knocked 2 people off the stream. So we are down from 5 to 3. So 3 people left. Put up in the chat, do you guys have one last song you want me to go out on? I will also take input from my mother. You have to. Papino? I'm not good at Italian. Okay, well, we've got 1 vote for Papino, what is it? Papino, it is Papino the Italian mouse. I was going to say that, but I just felt like I was inserting Italian where it didn't belong. Okay, so the vote on the table right now is for Peppino, the Italian Mouse, by Lou Monte. And let's check if there's anyone else. Thomas Potts says, always listen to your mother. That is good advice. And Thomas, it looks like it's just me and you now. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you're gone by the time I'm finished, I will not feel bad. So, Peppino, the Italian Mouse. Peppino, oh you little mouse, oh you won't go away. Find yourself another house to run around and play. You scare my girl, you eat my cheese, you even drink my wine. I try so hard to catch you, but you trick me all the time. This is a whole stanza in Italian. I gotta try. I've got to try. Okay. We're gonna start again. Every other stanza is in Italian. So I am just gonna sound it out the best I can. 1 and 2 and Peppino, oh you little mouse, oh won't you go away? Find yourself another house to run around and play. You scare my girl, you eat my cheese, you even drink my wine. I try so hard to catch you, but you trick me all the time. Sesta nos cielo a Bascala della Mer, Oga sella quella esca quanda casa scura. Endodino la quina bella sulla, a parlano maladono pula un gabo sapor. Peppino sazil ana paca scali, mangia scali casa mi dai. Stasa casa pupco di vuco, si lasca a quadro si brago, a Peppino going a pa. The other night I called my girl and I asked her could we meet. I said let's go to my house, we could have a bite to eat. And as we walked through the door she screamed, and what she saw, there was little Peppino doing the cha-cha on the floor. Peppino scunagil ana patata scobai, mangia scuzil a casa madai, staraci da cusci, nu poco di vino cal a lascar, a quando si brago a Peppino going a pa. Quella non si parle el forgiugio american, quella talvogo no poco parmesan, la fatto gelato gist guto era cor, quando se la cammina para Pobino calador, Peppino scunugil ana patas carabi, mangia scuzil a casa mardi, strasa di cuno no poco di vino alla sor, a quando si brago a Peppino going a pa. Yeah. Wow. I can only imagine my high school Italian teacher probably rolling in his grave, if he's dead, or he could just be alive and rolling in despair that I remembered nothing from his class. I remembered him laughing at me when the foreign language class did a trip to Italy, Switzerland and Italy. So I figured I'd get on that because I figured, I wanted to go to Europe. I was 14 and my parents actually said yes. It was my first time out of the country. I wanted to see Italy. And I figured that, you know, if I went, he'd probably give me a little bit better grade because they were really looking for students to go, because the teachers, I think, probably got their trip paid for them or whatever. And it helped the grade, I think, for a couple of years. I just passed the class, but by the third year there was no helping it. But I brought they weren't pajamas, but they were a shirt and shorts set that was quite loud, say, had lots and lots of colors on it. And I was wearing that to sleep because we were bunked up with some random student I had never known or seen really before. I knew nothing about him. So, you know, we were sleeping, you know, at night. We were fully clothed. Wasn't gonna, you know, not wear anything or wear underwear. I was wearing, you know, something, but it was a matching set of shorts and a shirt that in the US, yeah, it would have been loud, it would have been crazy, but I would have worn it during the day. And I don't know, something was going on at night, so I went down to the hotel lobby wearing these clothes, and he just fell apart laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? I'm 14, mind you. He's like, something like, you're so American. He's like, in Italy, nobody would ever wear that. He's probably right. He probably was. But I kept those clothes for well into my 20s. And I would still occasionally wear them. But I digress. I assume everybody is gone, perhaps except Thomas. Oh, we've added somebody. Anti-Tracker is back. Yes, I am still live, and you missed some great songs. There is serious blackmail potential in the hour you were gone. Yeah, I specifically told people not to tell you about one specific song, but I know you have your ways of finding it. Since the stream is going to be public anyway. Well, since Anti-Tracker's back, yes, it is a good thing you can rewind. I guess I will figure out one more song. Anti-Tracker, do you have a favorite Christmas song you would like me to close the night on? My mother chose Papino the Italian Mouse, which, unbeknownst to me, I forgot, was half in Italian. And since I couldn't speak Italian, it was not a pretty sight. But that wasn't the song that I told people not to tell you about. Because the song I told people not to tell you about, I actually think I did pretty good. It was just funny. Yeah, no, okay. The song I told people not to tell you about was Dominic the Donkey. But I think I actually did that song pretty well. So yeah, Anti-Tracker, do you have a Christmas song? Blue Christmas? I've never heard of that song. Is that like a legit song, or is that a Weird Al Yankovic Christmas song? Let me look it up. Blue Christmas. Why would Christmas be blue? Maybe somebody's feeling blue? Blue Christmas lyrics. Elvis Presley. Oh. Oh, it's a short song, too. Well, I'm sure I could do it. Elvis, I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Okay, anti-trekker, for you. And I suppose it's only fitting since you have a wrench and it's blue. Blue Christmas. You know, let me read through the song once real quick in my head, because unlike all these other songs before, I don't really know what comes next. Okay. Okay. Wow, it's a pretty short song. You want Laura to sing it and make a duet. If you can do it, you can do it. I don't know if the timing will be right between us, since I don't have any idea the timing of the song. Just be what it is. Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley, as sung by BirdOPrey5's. 1, 2. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. Won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, blue Christmas. Wow, that was terrible. I've never heard the song sung, so I'm sorry. I will even rate that on my Bird of Prey handicap scale of singing a 1.5 out of 10. That was a. I hope you were happy with it, anti-tracker, but it was unique. Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. I understand. Okay, you know, I cannot go out on a bad song. Okay. Now this. Well, I don't know for sure it'll be the last song, because if somebody wants to throw some money in, then that'll be fine. But I'm going to sing Winter Wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man, but you can do the job when you're in town." Later on we'll conspire, as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman, until the other kids knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrillin'? though your nose gets a chillin'. We'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah, that was an easy 7.5 out of 10. Maybe an 8. Maybe an 8. So you see, yeah, if I understand how the song is supposed to be sung, I've got half a shot of getting the timing right. Eskimos play different, yes, Thomas, because Eskimos will literally freeze together if they exchange saliva. It is so cold. So Eskimo kisses are noses touching each other. The saliva and other bodily fluids can only be exchanged inside a heated, what's those things Eskimos make? The ice igloo, a heated igloo. If you're out in the Arctic winter, quite dangerous to mouth kiss or do other things. Many Europeans died tragically before learning that lesson. Another history story that is not found in history books, but you heard it here first. No, a heated igloo does not melt. It has a chimney to let the heat out. But it's warm enough on the inside that you don't freeze, and cold enough on the outside that it stops it from melting. I'm an engineer. I know these things. Okay. I had to take thermodynamics. I got 100 on all my thermodynamics tests, except one time I got a 99. And the girl in class, who was arguably almost as smart as me, beat me by getting the 100 on that test. But she studied a hell of a lot harder than I did, so in the end I say I still came out on top, since I barely studied. But okay, guys, have a Merry Christmas. I know we're still several days away from actual Christmas. It has been fun to sing along some songs tonight. Thank you guys for the donations. I much appreciate it. And Thomas Potts says you intentionally got a question wrong because you liked her. How do you know I liked her? I never said I liked her. That's bullshit. I admired her, okay? I admired her intelligence and her dedication to the field. She went on to work at a research laboratory doing real science, I imagine, whereas I went to a liquor company and made shit tons of money going to parties with unlimited liquor being served for 9 years. Of course, I assume she is still walking where I am not, so yeah, no, but I wish her the best. Have a good night, Anti-Tracker. Good night, Thomas. Thank you. I'm not gonna repeat that one, Anti-Tracker. I hope the ending still works. Merry Christmas and Kapla!